Alright, so I've been reading up a lot on casting these hot glue bullets and doing some more experimentation, and I think I've come up with something that's working pretty good. I'm going to try it out with this new 44 mold that I got. It's a Lyman 429 421, and basically this mold has been sitting in my freezer getting nice and cold. I'm going to chuck it up in the vise lightly just to hold it together. Okay, then we want to make sure the hot glue gun is nice and tight up against the sprue plate. And you'll be able to tell when it's full, and then you can make sure and put a really big, generous sprue on there because the hot glue shrinks a lot. Now we're going to take this and put it back in the freezer until things harden. Alright, so that's just been in the freezer for a couple minutes, and you can tell it's starting to solidify the hot glue on top. So we'll go ahead and cut the sprue off. And one thing I didn't mention with these is I found that you got to put a little bit of lubrication in the mold. It's kind of this is basically the opposite of casting with lead, where you don't want any oil at all inside the mold. To aid with release of the glue, we need to put just a tiny bit of lube in there, and I've used everything from cooking oil to gun oil, REM oil. You can see they're a little shiny from basically the lube that was in there to help with the release. And looks like got a little bit of a fin on that one. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if we can get a little closer. And we'll just go ahead and trim that off a little bit before we try to use it. Now basically we're going to set these aside overnight, let them cure basically, and then we'll continue on and I'll show you how to load these up. Alright, so we're ready to load some of these hot glue bullets up. These have sat overnight and cured or hardened a little bit. And one of the mistakes I made last time was I didn't lubricate them properly. You can use all kinds of different stuff. I just happen to have some gun oil here. I'm going to use a little bit of that. I suspect if you use this, you're not going to want to leave your rounds loaded, because I suspect that it'll drip down inside and contaminate the primers. So let's go ahead and load some of these up. And I've already checked this brass to make sure that it chambers in my gun. And just going to use a pencil to shove those down as far as they'll go. And you want to do it without primers so that the air has some place to escape. And then we've got 3 of them loaded up. You can see you got that glue bullet pushed all the way down in there. And what that does is allows for the primer to give its full power to get that thing moving. So let's go ahead and try these 3 out. And then we need to prime those. And we're going to want to make sure when we're doing this we got our safety glasses on. And I like to have the case pointed away from me when I'm priming, in case anything does go off. Alright, so there we go. Got 3 of them ready to go. Let me go ahead and change the angle of the camera, and we'll try these out in the Anaconda. Alright, we got those 3 ready to go, loaded up in the Anaconda. Let's go ahead and take a step back and see how they work. Alright, got all 3 of those fired off with no problems. Let's see if we can dig those out of the box. Just got a cardboard box, filled it up with some towels, and there they are. All 3 of them. Let's see if we can get that to focus. There we go, and you can use these over again. It's a lot of fun, and you get some trigger time in if the weather's bad outside or if you can't get to the range. I just play with these in my garage, and it's a lot of fun. So there you go.